global events. Check our reviews on Trustpilot. We're trusted worldwide for quality, support, and impact. Whether you're aiming higher or building tomorrow's talent, GSDC is your partner in purposeful growth and impactful leadership. Visit our website to explore our offerings. GSDC, share the best practices and learn from the best practices. Welcome to the Global Skill Development Council, your gateway to digital transformation. We are an independent, vendor-neutral ISO IEC 1024 accredited certification body committed to helping individuals and organizations stay future-ready in a rapidly evolving world. GSDC is accredited by the Accreditation Board for International Certification Bodies, ABICB. For 10 years, we've certified more than 100,000 professionals across Europe, North America, Asia, and Africa, with our offices in Switzerland, the United States, and Singapore. Our programs are recognized by leading publications and podcasts, including Forbes, Tech Target, People Managing People. We offer 100-plus globally accredited certifications across emerging and in-demand domains like generative AI and emerging technologies, HR and learning and development, project management and agile Scrum, ISO and quality management, information security. Each GSDC certification is designed to empower professionals with confidence and help organizations stay competitive in a fast-changing landscape. Every certification is crafted with insights from 100-plus global advisory board members representing top universities and leading industry experts. Our certified professionals are trusted by 500.
Thank you so much, dear participants, for joining today's session. We'll be starting the session now. Please allow me a minute so I can share my screen and we can quickly start. And here we go. I hope you all can see my screen, and I would love to give you all a very warm welcome to last session of this week, which is scheduled on Enterprise Copilot AI in Action, Driving Productivity with Microsoft GitHub and Copilot Studio, with a theme that is Empowering Teams with a Copilot, the Future of Work at Enterprise Scale. My name is Preetham. I'll be here as moderator. Feel free to reach out to me if you have any question or concern. You can reach out to me over the chat box, and I'm very happy to assist you all. And this is our incredible panel of experts lined up for this week, which is started from 23rd today with the same time slot that you have joined right now, and we'll be having next week. The series is scheduled next week as well, where we'll be having another incredible panel of AI experts who will be joining us for the session. So please do join us. I'll be announcing all the upcoming weeks session as well, the timing and the speaker lineup, everything. And before I could hand over the session to our speaker today, I would love to quickly introduce our hosting organization, GSDC. We known as Global Skill Development Council. We are vendor agnostic, vendor neutral, globally recognized certification body, and we are accredited by ABICB. We do have 100-plus certification portfolio with us, and we have certified more than 250,000 professionals worldwide so far. We have 100-plus authorized training partner across the world, and we are associated with 1,000-plus multinational corporates, 500 Fortune companies, and 50-plus universities across the world. And as I mentioned that we do have 100-plus authorized training partner across the globe. We have partner in Asia, Africa, Canada, America, and many other countries. So a big thanks to our training partners and those who have joined us through our training partner channel. In case if you're looking for any training program for yourself, feel free to reach out to our training partners to have an inquiry about it. I will share the contact details shortly in the chat box. A special thanks to our official media partner, World Press Hub. They cover all our events and press releases. And I would love to quickly introduce you all, those specifically those who have joined us for the first time for today's session. This is the platform, GSTC AI Studio, where we provide 100-plus live sessions on AI, which is led by global experts, where you'll be getting 4 daily sessions, which is 45 minutes of live, impactful sessions along with the hands-on learning, where you can apply all the concepts immediately, whatever you learn in that particular session. And in case if you have real-time question or concern, doubts, that will be resolved instantly with the help of our subject matter experts. So this training is aligned with the industry standards for the job ready skills. And grab this opportunity, as you'll be learning from the AI leaders around the world. So if you want more information regarding the GSTC AI Studio, kindly get in touch with our learning advisors. You'll find all the contact details shortly in the chat box. So our current certification portfolio, which is specifically designed for all the professionals worldwide who want to upskill themselves and who are really looking to stay industry relevant in this AI era, right? So we have certification in different domains that includes learning and development, HR, generative AI, agentic AI, emerging technologies, ISO, lead auditor and implementer, project management, PMO, agile DevOps, SRE, cybersecurity, digital transformation, and so on. In case if you're looking for any of these certification, if you're planning to opt out, kindly get in touch with our learning advisors. They're always there to help you with the entire process. Or you can visit our website, which is mentioned below, www.gstcouncil.org. And these are the benefits you'll be getting if you opt out a certification from the GSTC. You will become a GSTC member for a lifelong. You will get certificate upgrade. You will be having free access to all our events, workshop, boot camps. And guess what? You will be getting a free access to all our exclusive learning program that we have. Along with that, you'll be getting implementation resources, global summits, speaker invites, newsletter, right? So many benefits. So if you want to understand more about these benefits in a better way, kindly get in touch with our learning advisors, or you can visit our website to check our information regarding all the certifications and benefits. That said, moving to the next slide, and I would love to introduce our today's speaker, Mansi Kapoor. We already had previous sessions with her, and it is always grateful to have her for the sessions. So those who have joined us for the first time, I would love to tell you all more about Mansi here. So Mansi is a senior data engineer with deep expertise in applying artificial intelligence to large-scale data platform and renewable energy systems. She has led the design and delivery of production-grade solution, enabling secure, real-time analytics and robust AI reliability across both global technology companies and high-growth startups. Her work centers on building trustworthy, scalable AI that drives measurable impact, with a particular focus on accelerating the transition to clean energy. Mansi is passionate about bridging advanced data engineering with practical industry needs, helping organizations deploy resilient, future-ready AI solution. Let's explore today's topic with Mansi, AI agent for automated test case generation. Thank you so much, Mansi, for being here today for the session. Another insightful session. Thank you so much for joining. You can have the handover of the mic now. Thank you.
Thank you, Preetam. Hello, everyone. I, like Preetam introduced me, I'm a senior data engineer, and I work at Zola Intelligence, which is a power generation renewable energy company. Today, the topic that I want to discuss is how we can use AI agents for test case generation. Test case generation is something that the QA for a software works with. They know the entire functionality, they know about a new feature that is coming up, and then they have a test suite which they run, which they execute end to end, and they look for bugs, or through the test suite, they also look if there's no regression that is going to come up. So that is what a QA does, and these agents are going to do the job of a QA. And test cases are something that cover the edge cases of a particular application that you developed. And through test cases, we make sure that whatever code we have written, it has full coverage. And the end goal of this process is to make sure that whatever we are launching to the customer, the new feature or any enhancement, that does not break in production. So I'll share my screen now and I'll walk you through the entire process. So this is AI agent for automated test case generation. The agenda is what is the testing challenge in engineering in today's time? What is AI test case generation agent? Then how does the architecture look like and the integration with GitHub and Copilot? Then what are the key capabilities and features? Then I have steps for demo, and I'll also show you a demo separately. Then the ROI and productivity impact, and then we'll have a Q&A round for you. So moving forward, we have around 80% of bugs that are found in production that can be caught earlier. So going to production means going live. You are actually exposing your application, you're releasing it to your real customers. So it's always better to catch bugs in advance rather than your customers reporting about them. Then 60% of dev time spent on testing and debugging. The developers, before the world of AI, all the debugging used to happen within the IDE that we were using, and it used to consume a lot of developer time. So if the developers don't spend a lot of time there, they can actually invest their time in building more features and new applications. So that would actually enhance their productivity, and it will also be beneficial for the company. We have 3x slower release cycles due to manual test creation. So if you sit and create the test cases manually, your release cycle is going to be slower, because until and unless the test cases are not created and they're not passed, you don't release your application to in production. So no matter how quickly you develop a feature, if it does not pass the test cycle, it cannot be released to production. So the key pain points are: manual test case writing is slow, repetitive, and it's prone to human error. The test coverage gaps lead to escaped defects and increased technical debt. And whatever gaps we get, those are actually technical debts. So sometimes we might encounter an infrastructure issue. For instance, a customer says that your platform is not stable, it's going down. So that can be because of infrastructure, that service is going down, or there's some other a credentials issue or anything that is related to infrastructure. So it's everything is not actually related to development. It can also be related to infrastructure. So that is the kind of technical debt we have. Also, we have to keep in mind security. So this is not just about analyzing the data you have and AI. This is also about data security. QA bottlenecks delay sprint velocity and release timelines. So, for instance, in a sprint, if you were able to achieve 10 points, story points worth 10 points, now because of these bottlenecks, you might be able to achieve only 7 or 8. And hence the release timelines. If we were aiming to release something by end of January, it might get pushed by 10 to 15 days or even longer. Domain knowledge is siloed. Test cases depend on only a few experts. So they're only dedicated QAs that go ahead with this kind of testing. But now with AI agents, we want to give that capability in the developer's hand and everyone's hand, so that everyone can go ahead and work on this testing to speed it up. What is the AI test case generation agent? So an intelligent Copilot agent will automatically analyze your code base, requirements, and your user stories. So for instance, if you write user stories in Jira, to generate comprehensive high quality test cases, and you can integrate that directly into your GitHub workflow. So GitHub has a section of which says actions in a repository, and in the workflow section, you can actually integrate all of that. So it will read your code. That means whatever pull request you raise in GitHub, it will read that. It will read the functions and modules via GitHub Copilot. It will understand the context. Now, as the agent is now the QA, the agent should know what the context is about. So for every work you do, you have a related Jira ticket with it. So it passes Jira stories, and every Jira ticket has a description of what is required, what is the acceptance criteria. By acceptance criteria, we mean if you perform these steps, that is when we'll say that this ticket can be closed. So this is what they understand. They generate tests. So they create unit tests, integration tests, and end-to-end tests automatically, and they review the test quality, and then they commit that in the repository. So this is how the architecture integration looks like. We have GitHub repositories where we have the code, the PR, the issues. Then Copilot Studio Orchestrator, where we have the agentic logic and prompts. Then we have Azure OpenAI GPT-4o, that is for LLM reasoning. And then we have the test artifacts. Those are the end-to-end tests and the unit tests. Now, GitHub Actions, so how does it go or move forward? The agent fires on PR creation, it commits, it pushes, and it manually triggers the actions workflow. The custom topics that we have, they orchestrate the multi-step test generation pipeline with fallback handling. Then we have GPT-4o that helps in the code context and also helps in generating structured test plans and executable test scripts so that this entire process is automated. And then we have a feedback loop where generated tests are committed through a pull request, and they're reviewed by the Copilot and they're merged automatically. So the key capabilities that we have here are, it has multi-language support. So it can generate tests if you have your code base in Python, Java, TypeScript, Go, and so on from a single agent. It will read Jira, your GitHub issues, if you have something on Confluence. Then unit integration, end-to-end test, regression tests, that is what it will work on. Then it also works on security test scenarios and input validation checks. Right. Then we get outputs for the Python tests, the JUnit tests, Cypress and Selenium. And then we get a real-time dashboard that shows the test coverage and the gap analysis with the test health trends. So now I'll walk you through all these steps so that you can imitate that when you get these slides back at home. The first step is you have to trigger the agent through a GitHub pull request. So on GitHub, you go ahead, you create a pull request, and through the integration, as soon as you create a pull request, the evaluation gets triggered. So the GitHub webhook, it fires on the PR event and it triggers the Copilot. Then the agent extracts changed files, function signatures, and doc strings from the PR div. Then the agent reads linked Jira for acceptance criteria to get context, and then it sends a payload with test generation prompt. So there's a payload that has all the context, and then they have a prompt on top of that. Then it receives the structured test case JSON, and it formats based on the target test framework. So this is the kind of scenario we have. This is an example of a function that says calculate discount, and this is how you can create a pull request with a small function just for testing. Then you have a generated test case output. So this is another file that we have for calculating the discount. So these are the different functions that we have, like for testing whether we have 20% discount applied or 10% or no discount, and what are the edge cases. So each of these is a function. Then the test, the Copilot Studio chat interface. So here, this is a chat interface that Copilot has, and that is where you can do all the interactions. So for instance, you can write in plain English, generate test cases for discount module, and you can name the pull request here, pull request number. That is PR142. So here it will say that it's analyzing it and generated 8 test cases. Then it will also tell you the test coverage. And then you can say add additional tests for invalid price input, like edge cases. So it will also going to do that for you. Now, this is how the GitHub PR integration coverage report works. So this is the kind of coverage summary it's going to provide you, that there are unit test cases that are 4 in number and they have 94% coverage. Edge cases have 89 and parameterized 97. So this is the kind of idea you have, that the test cases cover more than approximately 90% of your code base, which is a very good threshold to have. The ROI and productivity impact. So 70% reduction with the AI agents, you're going to have 70% reduction in manual test writing time. You're going to have faster release cycles. You're going to have average code coverage achieved per PR, which is approximately in your 90s, which is a very good number. And then obviously you're going to save on to hiring 1,000 devs. So that is 2.1 million. So these resources can actually be used for a different role rather than this one. Then developers without testing experience can actually produce a production-grade test suite. Test cases can capture business logics, and every test follows company testing conventions. And then audit trails of AI-generated tests with human review gates for regulated industries. So now, for instance, this is how you can get started. We set up a Copilot Studio agent, we configure GitHub Actions and OpenAI connection. Then we run the agent on one active PR, we collect feedback, then you tune the prompts and you refine the coverage threshold. Then you roll it out to additional teams and you add framework specific templates or integration with Jira, and then enable analytics dashboard. And then you also establish the government policies in SLA for test case generation. Now, I can actually show you a link here. So this is how the entire workflow would look like GitHub webhook trigger. Then it would go ahead and it'll filter the PR. It'll fetch the PR change files. It'll extract the filter source. It'll skip if there's no source file, and it'll then check if the file exists. It'll build the payload and respond to the GitHub webhook. So for instance, if I click onto this in the editor setting, I can actually see the URLs I have here that I set myself, then send headers. Then for these headers, we have 3 different headers here. And then you can actually execute the previous node here to see if there's any input data that is coming to this node. And then you can execute the output data node to see if there's any output going through this node. So this will actually help you debug whether this particular node is working properly or not. So if there's no input data here, that means the node before this has issues. And if there's no output data, that means this particular node needs debugging. And this is the GitHub repository that we have. So for instance, this is the file change that I did. So I can actually show you the repository that I created. It's called Discount Engine. And then if I want to make any changes here, I can go on the edit button. I can add a function here. And as soon as I add a function here, I go back here and I see how the entire process works. So this is how the entire step works. You can go to executions, you can look for errors here, and you can work on resolving them. So for instance, for this one, there's an error and it shows a red mark here. So it'll show you exactly which node has errors so that it can help you in debugging. So that's it from my end. Please let me know if you have any questions.
Thank you so much, Mansi. Dear participants, as we are open for the Q&A and we have enough time to cover all the questions if you have any. So drop your all questions in the chat box and we can take it from there. And also, I would like to tell you all, I have shared some upcoming webinars link in the chat box where you can register yourself for the Women's Day panel discussion and the ISO and the Learning and Development series. Feel free to register yourself and you can share those links with your friends and colleagues. And please drop your questions meanwhile. And also, I'll be sharing Mansi's LinkedIn profile link in the chat box shortly. So feel free to reach out to her if you don't have any question for now, but in case if you get any questions later on, or if you want to discuss anything related to today's session, feel free to reach out to her. You'll find her LinkedIn profile link in the chat box. And please let us know if you have any questions for her. Otherwise, we can proceed with the closing today. All right, Mansi, I can see one question we have got over the chat box. Madhu Sudana is asking if we have SAP and mainframe application in the E2E scenario, will it work?
So this mainly works, this is mainly about GitHub integration and Copilot. So if you have both, then yes, it will work. So that is the kind of experiment you have to go ahead with. So the only pieces for integration here are GitHub, Copilot, and Azure AI. So that is what you need for integration.
Thank you very much for answering. Mansi, I hope Madhusudana, you got your answer. And let us know if you have any further questions for Mansi. And meanwhile, I would like to tell you all that I've already shared the GSTC AI Studio link and the Learning Advisors contact details in the chat box. If you scroll up a little bit, you'll find the details. So feel free to reach out to a learning advisor to understand more about GSTC AI Studio, where we are providing 100 plus live session. So explore that option, and I do have some great announcement regarding the upcoming week's webinar, so stay tuned till the end. And we'll wait more next 2 minutes for your questions, and after that we'll proceed. Madhusudana is asking, how about performance testing? Can it be done?
Yes, it can be done. So the kind of testing it follows is unit testing, integration testing, end-to-end testing. And yes, performance testing is something you can add in the prompt to the agent, and you can ask it to perform performance testing on it. So it's the sources in the prompts. The more finer, the more accurate prompts you provide, it is going to do that activity for you.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Mansi, for answering this one. And accessibility. There's another question from Madhusudana.
What do you exactly mean by that?
Can you please elaborate a little bit so Mansi can answer your question? It's accessibility testing.
So as I mentioned, you need to provide in prompts. As soon as you provide prompts, it is going to perform that particular testing for you. So you need to be very particular, very specific when you provide prompts. So just don't write, this kind of testing. Just provide it with more context, that what exactly do you want and what exactly do you not want. And that is how a prompt is structured to the AI agent. And then it will perform whatever you want it, the different kinds of testing you want it to do.
Great. Thank you, Mansi. There's another question from Patanjali. If it can do all kinds of testing, can the agent take inputs, that is, test cases from Jira?
So test cases are not in Jira. In Jira, we generally have tickets where we have description about a bug or an improvement, and along with acceptance criteria. So yes, it can fetch all the relevant context from Jira because it needs context. It should know what exactly needs to be done as a part of the change that you recently made. So yes, it can get context from Jira.
Thank you so much, Mansi, for answering this one. Meanwhile, we get another question. I would like to tell all the participants that I've shared the utility link in the chat box. I'll be announcing about this tool. So this tool is really helpful, where you'll be where you can level up your LinkedIn profile score. It will help you to improve your LinkedIn profile score. LinkedIn profile score. Also, it will create AI generated resumes. So I've already shared the utility link. So kindly check it out. And let us know if you have any further question for Mansi. Otherwise, we can proceed with the closing, where I do have some great announcement for all of you. So request you all to stay connected till the end. So, all right, Mansi, I cannot see any further questions from participants. So, let us know if you have any final thoughts to share to all our participants today, and then we can proceed with the closing.
Sure. So it was really nice meeting all of you. And here's my LinkedIn link. I've shared that in the chat. Please feel free to ping me if you have any further questions and you would like to understand a little more. And I'll be ready to extend my help. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mansi. As we already had previous sessions with you, and we look forward to have more sessions with you. Thank you very much for being here today and for your contribution. We are really grateful to that. So yeah, look forward for the more collaborations with you, and thank you so much again. So, dear participants, as I mentioned that I do have some quick So I'm so sorry, I mistakenly muted myself. So I was mentioning about the certification portfolio that we have for all of you. So this is the certification portfolio that you can opt out for. We have the certification, AI Foundations, AI Tool Mastery, and Agentic AI Domain Specialist, AI Strategic Integrator, AI Guardian, and AI Change Evangelist. So you can opt out for any of this certification. And if you want to know more about this benefits and the process, how you can opt out, kindly get in touch with our learning advisors, or you can visit our website for more information. And this is the utility tool that I was announcing earlier, where you can use this AUG 100 as a code to get 100% discount, where you can level up your profile, you can improve your LinkedIn profile score, AI skill score. So check this utility tool, as we have got amazing feedbacks from our previous participants who have used this tool so far. And regarding the upcoming webinar that I was announcing, so we will be having the panel discussion feature on women's leading the AI-powered enterprise, which is happening on 5th and 6th March 2026 with a time slot 9:30 according to Central, 9:30 a.m., 11:30 p.m. Singapore, 9 p.m. Indian Standard Time, and 10:30 a.m. Eastern. So please do join us, as incredible experts, AI experts across the globe will be joining us to share their insights. So you have I have already shared the registration links in the chat box. You'll find it. And this is another series, the Enterprise Copilot AI in Action, the continuation of this series, scheduled next week as well, 2nd to 6th March 2026, with the same time slot, which is standard time slot for this schedule, which is 7:30 a.m. Central, 9:30 p.m. Singapore, 7 p.m. Indian Standard Time, and 8:30 a.m. Eastern. So do join us. We have this incredible and another panel lined up for this week. And this is another ISO Insight Driving Enterprise Resilience, Ethical AI, and Operational Excellence series, which is the continuation of our ISO series. This is happening next week, 2nd to 6th March 2026. And we do have these industry experts lined up for this upcoming week as well. So please do join us. And this another series will be conducting on learning and development with the event name GSDC Next, the future of learning, the talent, and leadership in skills-driven world, which is happening next week, 2nd to 6th March 2026, with the time slot 9:30 a.m. Central, 11:30 p.m. Singapore, 9 p.m. Indian Standard Time, and 10:30 a.m. Eastern. So please do join us. You will find all the registration link for all these upcoming 4 webinars scheduled next week, upcoming week. So register yourself if you haven't, or you can share those links with your friends or colleagues and ask them to join. And by doing that, you can earn rewards, which is worth $400. How? If you refer maximum people to our session, and if you earn 50 or more than 50 points, you will get eligible to get rewards. And top 3 winners will be featured on the GSTC Wall of Fame. So do refer maximum people to our session. And in case if you're looking for any speaker opportunity at GSTC, feel free to share your speaker profile with us, and we're happy to take it forward, as we do have global platforms like Learning Capsule, Webinar, and Podcast. And we would love to connect with you all over social media. You can scan this QR to connect our LinkedIn and WhatsApp channel, where you'll be getting daily update on event, bootcamps, webinars that we often conduct for all of you. And please do check our website for more information, to check all the offerings that GSTC has for all of you, to check all our upcoming track for the webinars and all the certification program that we have for all of you, right? So also please do share your valuable feedback on reviews.io. Let us know how you're finding our session so far, and if there's any feedback for us, feel free to share that feedback as well. And thank you so much, everyone, for joining today's session and supporting us throughout this week. And I hope to see you all for the another wonderful session on Monday. So let's catch up on Monday. Until then, take care of yourself. Happy weekend. Bye-bye. Thank you, Mansi. I'll see you again. Bye, everyone.
Thank you.